ding, 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 ding. Come on, come on. We're here. We're here. Good evening, everybody. You know what night this is. This is the very last little bit of 2021. You may be happy about that. You may be sad about that. I don't know. That's up to you. But we are going, first of all, a couple of things. Everybody has got Betty White on their mind. She's texting me now. And I'm not crying because she died. I mean, I saw a couple of weeks ago it popped up that about her 100th birthday coming should have been the January 17th.
Yeah, January 17th.
And I thought, I wonder if she's gonna make it. You know, she's 99 years old. Okay. And I don't find anything negative about her life at all. And we're all gonna die. So I'm not mourning. Plus, I already did my divining rods, and I'll do it again right here in your face. Right here. Come on, come on. Get you in the camera here. So you see, no cheating. But the question is, may I ask a question of the spirit world? Hello, spirit world. Earth to spirits. Earth to spirits. Oh, there they go. Slowly but surely, they're saying yes. When they cross like that, that's a big yes. So let me start over here. Now they gave me permission to ask a question. So the question is, our heroine of the 20th and 21st century was a lady by the name of Betty White. She was much loved by most people. And she died today. Is she going to join us on this show tonight? Is Betty White going to join us on this show tonight? There must be a lot of people trying to get through because these things are moving slow. Oh, is it going? Well, yep, there we go. Okay, so we got a yes. So be prepared. We are going to hear from Betty White tonight. That's all I'm going to use the divining rods for. But as we introduce this show, I want to bring about a little interesting footnote to this story that few people would recognize. But I had a cousin, and my mother's side of the family had some very well-known entertainers. And of course, if you've watched me for a while, you know I've got a little bit of that entertainment quality to me because I'm outrageous and act stupid. I just have no talent. I can't sing or whatever. But anyway, bottom line is that I used to hang out and tour quite a bit with Ricky Nelson, Stone Canyon Band. His family was Ozzie and Harriet, going back in the day. That was my mother's side of the family. And also his lead guitarist, Bobby Neal, was from West Memphis, Arkansas. And I was very good friends with him. And they all got killed in Rick's plane over Texas 36 years ago on this date. He had played his last gig, believe it or not, was in Guntersville, Alabama. His ex-bass player had opened up a bar in Guntersville, and he did a favor by just dropping in from a gig he had done in Florida. He thought, okay, I got an extra night. I'm going to come in and do this guy a favor and play at his bar. He stayed at the Holiday Inn right on the river there. And then he got up the next morning, got on his plane, and unfortunately, at 45 years of age, lost his life. And of course, his fiance was on the plane, and all the band members. The only ones that survived that crash was the pilot and the co-pilot, and they both survived. Some
static.
Okay, I don't know. I don't hear it on my side.
Oh, you don't hear me?
No, I hear you, but I don't hear any static.
Oh, okay. It's just when you're talking, it sounds like you're a robot or something.
Well, that's probably because Betty White's joining us. I'm connected. Let me see if I hear. Let me get me on my cell phone, see if I hear, find out what's going on. Because you can't understand me? Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
You cannot understand me? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit. It's...
Okay. Is that what you're saying? A little bit. It's... Okay, testing 1, 2. A little bit. Okay, testing 1, 2. It's on your end because
it's on my end.
Yeah, I listen to it on my cell phone. I'm coming in clear on the cell phone. Okay,
it's on Let me try.
It's on my end. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because you know I just pulled it up on YouTube on my cell phone.
Let me turn this tablet off. Maybe that's it. I don't know why, but
Why, why, why?
okay.
Okay, testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm still hearing it on this end. I don't know what's going on.
Are you on your cell phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, leave and come back.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me leave and come back.
He's back.
There we go. Now it's perfect. I think
Okay.
it might have been the Bluetooth. I still had it on when I was trying to use these. That might have done something.
That might have, yeah.
But there
Okay.
it goes.
Good. All right. Happy New Year's to Playful Rain, and Ghost Hunter Georgia has joined us this evening. I was giving a little introduction to the connection between who was not only a friend but a relative of mine that died in a plane crash 36 years ago on this date. His entire band, in fact, died 36 years ago on this night, New Year's Eve night, over Texas. They had a plane crash. The interesting note about that is Betty White died today. She died at 99. My cousin died at 45 years of age. And when Rick got killed in the plane crash, he was 45. And at that moment, Betty White was 54. Just an interesting side note. So they shared that in common. And if you're into numerology, you would think, oh, 54, 45, whatever. And we've already done a little thing to here with my divining rods that said Betty White is going to join us in the show tonight. But we'll get into that later. Betty, please be patient with us. And I know you want to talk. I know you just have gone into the other realm, and you've never been shy to talk. I don't. Has she been shy to talk?
No, not
No.
shadow.
And I don't think that's changed just because she's now in another world. So we're going to test that out. In fact, I've already done some tests on that earlier, but we're gonna do that. And I Playful Rain, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna do a reality check with you people, just like I did with my friend Kevin here tonight. Because it's so sad. I'm so sad to hear this. It's like she was 99 years of age. You're gonna die. We all gonna die. And if you live to be 99, you've done great.
Yeah.
And she would not want you to be sad.
No, she
Everything.
wouldn't.
So come on, people. This is a celebration of the life of a very wonderful lady. Everything I know about her. She loved hot dogs, if you didn't know that. And the only thing that she loved more than hot dogs was men. She really, you go back and listen to her. She was, oh yeah, she did some wild things on screen, and I'm not going to talk about her personal life, but she was not shy to say that that men were her hobby, is the way she would word it. That's exactly, she said men didn't know that, but they were her hobby. So she would want you not to be sad. She had a long, wonderful life. Let's face it, folks, how many people in your life that have passed do you know that lived to be 99? Think about it. Very few, if any. So we're not going to be sad. In fact, we're going to talk about her a little bit tonight as she has, as they say, crossed over. If you'll note, Kevin's in a different background tonight. For those of you who have never seen his true doll room, look behind him. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, he'll be right back. I wish there was a way to reverse this around so y'all could. Nope, all I did was cut the camera off. Here, I'll get up and walk around while he's at. here is the Travel Channel mannequin baby. And if y'all are commenting, because I'm on a different device here, I can't see the chat room, so I'm sorry about that. Trying to do this where you're not angled. There we go. And here's a whole lot of them back here. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. See Chucky and Annabelle down there. They are from floor to ceiling in here, as you can see. Got a baby crib over here, which is in a little bit of disarray because my cat likes to climb in there now. And right over here, you can see an Annabelle looking Raggedy Ann. Of course, mine has Andy with her. So, and more over there. I think I've shown him on the show before. If I can get over here without knocking stuff over.
You haven't done this in a long time.
There is the clown doll that likes to flip a bird.
So does Betty White. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Yeah. I've been watching her for years, and the older she got, the saltier she got.
Well, that's the way us smart people do.
Ooh, my haunted baby doll carriage from Arizona. That has a really wicked story with it. Oh, and there's more down here in the display case.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second to show Betty. Right there. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have 5 fingers. The middle one's for you. So no, she would not want you to be sad.
No. And then over down here, there's a rabbit carriage. Oh, and there's Kelsey's favorite rocking horse doll down there. And then we're not done yet. There's more over here. Look at here. Floor to ceiling. Got the little, we haven't done the clown doll yet. They're the one on the swing.
That now is coming up on my favorite part, those masks.
I got to show the nun from The Conjuring 2. Copy of the painting.
I do not know if you guys realize it or not, but Kevin is a good nun. He really is. I've heard him. He don't know that I heard him, but he said, "I'm a nun." I said, "What?" He said, "I don't get none, don't want none, don't need none."
Trying to get around here where I can get close up. There's the masks. Yes, I'm a big Michael Myers fan, but I got Leatherface and Jason down there. And a disembodied hand. I like to keep that there to hold down that knife so Michael won't take it.
And the sad thing about that hand is it will walk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here's some more over here. I got the Chatty Cathy from Twilight Zone, and there's Heidi. And over here, this silly little boy and girl down here. There we go. Oh, there's a haunted painting. Oh, I didn't show Hilda. Another haunted painting. And the real Crimson, the blood painting. Ooh. And then over here, I got a couple of dolls over here. I got the Indian Maiden. Whoop, there we go. The Indian Maiden. And this bride doll that a girl gave me about 4 years ago in Silicaga, she said it freaked her out, but I haven't had any activity. And Lucian over here, a couple of clown dolls there. Oh, the haunted mask is hiding back there. There it is. Oh, right there, I'm pointing at it. It's hiding back there. Oh. I think that covers this room. I think I've shown everything. So there they are back there.
You've shown it all. Well, not all. He's got dolls kind of scattered in other parts of the house too, I think.
Yeah, I've got them in my bedroom and all that.
All right,
Oh,
guys, we got 45 minutes in Central Time Zone left of this year of 2021. As I
yeah,
was
it's
stating
far.
earlier, my cousin, Ricky Nelson, was killed in a plane wreck exactly 36 years ago. He was 45 at the time of his death. My friend Bobby Neal was on that plane as well, as was the entire band. And Rick's fiance was on the plane. They crashed over Texas. The last show they played was in Guntersville, Alabama. The last place he slept on this earth was in Guntersville, Alabama. And they jumped on a plane to do a gig in Texas, and the plane crash happened as they flew into Texas that night 36 years ago. The interesting thing about it is that 36 years ago on this date, Betty White would have been 54 years of age. And at the time of Rick's death, he was 45. Just an interesting side note as we celebrate the life of Betty White. And I'm going to play a spirit box session I did earlier and recorded. But I think Kevin's got a plan in his room to entertain us with. I don't know. Do you think you can find a doll in there?
I don't know. It's kind of scarce in here.
I don't know. I think you need to go shopping. He does that every week, folks. Even when he's supposed to be working, he's got Marketplace and all these eBay and all these other places opened up.
Oh, no, I've slowed down quite a bit.
He got that debit. Well, that's because he spent all that money last year. So, and he bought that estate he lives in now. So you got something for us. Then later on the show, don't go anywhere because I want you to listen to this EVP session I did with Betty White. Well, there's some other things that came in on there, but I want to get your opinion. I want to hear what you've got to say. I was not going to allow Steve Huff with Huff Paranormal get a jump on me with Betty White. I respect her more than he does, I promise you. So I'm not laughing. I'm serious about this. Betty White deserves better than Steve Huff.
Serious.
Sure. Are you serious? I'm waiting on you now. You're
Oh,
going
you waiting on me? Well, what
Yeah,
would you like me to do? You want me?
Yeah, I thought you had some plan in the Valley of the Dolls there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the Betty White thing first, but
No, we're gonna make them wait on that.
okay. Well, then I can go ahead
So
and do
just to be
this.
sure, if you go back and review this, if you weren't there, I did use my divining rods to ask number one permission to talk to the other side from the spirits, and also then to ask if Betty White would join us. And I got a profound yes in both instances, as Kevin will acknowledge. So be prepared for later in the show.
All right, I'm sharing this on my last page here, so I can make sure. Well,
Make sure.
see, my tablet's not. This is a Amazon Fire, and it's not as swift as. There we go. Now I'm gonna go over there.
I'm gonna give this.
And raise this up a little bit. I don't know if I showed it. I got the REM pod down here. There it is. And I'm going to put this here. Yeah, that's a good shot right there. And I'm going to try a spirit box. In fact, let's put the REM pod where we can see See it in the shot there. Whoop. You can see it is on. All right. And we are going to try a spirit box session here and see if anybody wants to talk with us tonight. All right. And this is the
S-Box.
S-Box.
Scanning. FM.
You can do a lot of good stuff with the spirit box. I hope you can hear it okay.
A lot of first.
Well, hello, my little dolly family. It's your daddy, Kevin. Is there anything you'd like to say to us tonight? Who wants to talk tonight? And if you don't want to talk, if you want to play with this device on the floor over here, with the antenna sticking out, looks like a skull. If you go there and touch the antenna, it'll light up and make noise. So who wants to talk tonight? Me? I said you.
Shut off.
Well, I don't want to be the only one talking. Be sure to say your name if you're wanting to talk so I know who to talk to. There's a lot of you.
I'm safe.
You're safe?
The plane is
How about my dolls from the island of the dolls?
for. I was with a
Are your spirits still with you? I see Esmeralda up there. And little baby Harold.
first. Family.
I don't know where my cat Maddie went to. I'm surprised she's not climbing around in here.
Found something.
Nellie, are you here?
Tearing.
Nellie, I'm sorry that Maddie caused your leg to break. I've got your foot glued together now, and I need to get it back on your leg now. I didn't want to leave you laid out on the floor tonight during the show, so hopefully I can do it tomorrow. New Year, and then same old leg. Are you mad at the cat?
And besides listening, folks, also look for any movement. You know, his dolls have moved.
I'm hearing some voices on the spirit box. Can you please tell me your name? Or if you can, please light up the REM pod, this little skull in the floor with the antenna. I bought that because I figured I might want to play with it. We got some people watching. I'd love to hear from y'all. Please say hello for me. Hug you, I've heard. Well, I'd love a hug. Yeah, I feel like there's a cool breeze on me right now, so I may be getting hugged. I can see anything. Let's do that. Do you hear the fireworks outside? Do you like to watch fireworks? Do the fireworks scare you?
Reaching.
If you like to, you can move your doll and show people that you're here.
My person does.
Sorry about that. I was fixing the camera. There we go.
Media.
I saw movement on the side. That's just me. All right. Now's your time to shine if anybody wants to talk. Hey, man, I heard a laugh. Say Happy New Year. What is your favorite way to celebrate New Year's Eve? We used to have a big party every year at my godmother's house, and she fixed the longest counter length sub for, well, no, she called it a hero. No, she called it a po' boy sandwich. That thing was as long as the counter. It was filled with everything. And we'd eat on that all night. And chili. And we'd shoot off fireworks. How does that sound? Sounds like fun, doesn't it? We'd go all the way to midnight. Our parents would play Uno and other games, and they do that in the kitchen, and all of us kids would play our own games. Would you like to play games on New Year's Eve? Can you please light up the skull? Just touch that wire sticking out the back. We got other things for the show, so is there anything you want to say? It's all the time.
What do you want to? You go. I'm going. Some of the.
What's your favorite food to eat at New Year's? I'm sure a lot of people like to eat pizza parties.
Do the same next.
Did you like to eat pizza? What was your favorite pizza topping? That was a weird noise. I always like pepperoni on my pizza. And sausage. Is there anything you want to say before we finish?
Go on, running. Some right. Don't.
Well, now's your chance. If you want to speak now, speak to us.
One.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and
I think there's a
think there's a what?
phrase.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our next thing. So I appreciate y'all talking. I know some of y'all were trying to talk. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the spirit box. So any spirits that don't belong, please go back to where you belong, and all spirits back away. I'm gonna count down from 5. So back away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm getting old because it's hurting sitting here.
Getting old?
Oh, that's cool. You can see the dolls back there.
There you
And my
go.
cat's little play tunnel.
As usual, folks, these shows are archived, and I encourage you to go back any of these places where they're archived and listen carefully at your leisure. And if you hear anything, post it in the comment section. And do us a favor and share and like. Simple little couple of clicks there do us a wonder of good. And we're not even monetized yet. We may do it in the future, but we're very small. Itsy bitsy small. But we have a good time. We are so close. We're just a few months shy of going into our fourth year of doing this. Can you imagine that? Fourth year. 4 freaking years of doing this
4
insanity.
freaking years.
Freaking 4 years. And I know a lot of people on here probably anticipating the communication with Miss Betty White, who is a heroine in my lifetime. And I used my divining rods here at the beginning of the show to get permission to speak with Spirit and to see and just ask bluntly, if you go back and see the beginning of the show, if Betty White would be joining us tonight. Betty White was always very outspoken. She was not shy. She was very bold. And I don't think that's changed any. It's not a sad note. She would not want you to be sad because she lived a long, vibrant, full, positive life. And so it's a celebration of that life and something we could all learn from in the way that she approached life. And you can find an abundance of material by her, that she was just very positive. And by the way, if you see there, Kevin has all these dolls in the background, but he's got to get another doll because and here's the doll you got to get right there. Now, if you don't want the Betty White doll, you can always get the Betty White bobblehead. Either one. They are available out there. Bottom line here, my friends, is that, yes, of course, we do have Betty White with us. The void is really not there because we have a lot of material from her entire lifetime. Who's this?
Ooh, it's my little Annabelle.
Oh, that's the miniature Annabelle. Warning, warning, warning. That's cute. That's very cute. Do you feel anything when you hold that? Do you get any sensation from that as you hold it?
I feel plastic. That's
oh, yeah, the plastic. Damn plastics.
No, it's just a little figure. For now, anyway.
So I wonder if anybody wants me to share I did not do in the Spirit Box session, the EVP session live with the Betty White thing. It is pre-recorded. I did it earlier today in solitude and in silence. And I don't even have my voice asking questions on the recording. And I want to get your feedback as to what you hear. And I know, let's see, I got a comment here. And what does it say? Hi, I'm a very new. My aunt Playful Rain watched you and told me to see your vids. Hello there, Lillian loves you. Love you. Lillian, love you. We love you too, Lillian. And we're talking a little bit about Betty White. If you go back and see the beginning of this really big shoe, Kevin already did a walk around tour of just a portion of his
My kitty cat.
dolls. And that's the haunted cat, by the way. What's the cat's name?
Maddie.
Maddie, that's right. I should know that.
You see
Maddie.
yourself, Maddie?
Maddie's a very patient cat, isn't she?
She just wants some lap time. Oh, where you going?
Yes. So, what time today did Miss Betty White pass away?
I never saw. I kept looking to see, but they never told. They
never
just said
did?
she died of natural causes.
Well, I would say 99. I don't think I know she didn't commit suicide,
No.
and I don't think she was murdered.
No.
Let's see.
I don't think it was food poisoning or.
Well, she might have ate too many hot dogs.
Oh. See, she watched too much Matlock. He liked the hot dogs
She
too.
loved hot dogs. But as of now, I don't see just a quick scan here. It doesn't give the exact time of death. And that's only good for numerology things. But also, toward the end of the show, in the background, I'll be looking for it as we go along. Last year, this did not happen, but this year they say they are going to do it tonight. If you're from Alabama, if you're from the South, you may know something called the moon pie. It used to be RC Cola and moon pies. Well, RC Colas, you can still find RC Colas at Publix, but the big thing is still moon pie. And at midnight, in New York, Madison Square, they do the what do they drop at Madison Square?
They dropped their big old ball.
The ball. And in Mobile, here in Alabama, we drop the moon pie. So we're going to stream that if we find it live. I'm sure that somebody will be streaming it live. We'll be doing that in the background as we do the countdown to midnight tonight. And then shortly after midnight, we're going to wish everybody a happy new year. And we're going to say good night and get some rest as we go into 2022. But until then, you're stuck with us for an hour and 19 minutes left in 2021. My name is Kelsey, and this is Kevin. Kevin is the author of a handful of how many books?
13 books.
Oh, Lillian, I see what you shared here, and I'm gonna correct you. I don't know how old you are, but Betty, number one, would not want you to be sad. Living to 99 years, really, she lived into her 100th year. She says she died before 930. Into her 100th year, she would not want you to be sad. She lived a very full, vibrant life. And we're all going to die. And it's a rarity. It's not common for people to live as old as Betty did and as active as Betty did. So we're not sad. We're celebrating her life. We're just not going to go into I'm sad, because no, that's not a life to be sad over. It's a life to say, wow, we should emulate Betty White in what we do. She lived a life, and she had a lot of good advice for people. If you go back and listen to some things she said, and when I play this spirit box session, maybe you'll hear some words from the other side of good advice, because she is still with us 100%, and she will always be with us. Don't you think so, Kevin?
Yeah.
So don't get confused with all this. I assume that when you say she died before 9:30, I assume that's before 9:30 a.m.
Yes.
And that would be in California. I'm sure she lived in the Los Angeles area. I can't swear to it, but I think she did. And she was probably pretty much a lifelong resident over there. So no, we're not sad. We are celebrating her life, because, hey, if you live to be 99, you don't even cry. Don't even talk about it, because that's a rarity. And I said earlier in the show, how many people do you know that live to be into their 100th year of life? Come on, see? And you're sad? Come on, we're not going to live forever, folks. This is reality. This is reality. Kevin, you are going to die.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. And I hate to tell you, but you and I suffer a little bit of overweight problem, and that puts us on the younger side of death. Okay, wait, you already look pretty pale to begin with, so. So we're celebrating the life of Betty White. We celebrate the life of everybody that's lived throughout history, and Kevin and I both have spent a lot of time going through cemeteries and communicating with people that have passed over. His collection of haunted dolls. Why do we call them haunted dolls? Because of spirits, because of dead. And earlier in the year, not too long ago, everybody was talking about the fall colors and, oh, look at the trees, it's so beautiful. Well, you know, in reality, you're saying that death is beautiful because those trees gain that color because they're dying. The leaves are dying. So death, we're death positive. That don't mean that we're looking forward to dying. We're not suicidal, but being death positive means that we know we're going to die. We know death is very much a part of life. And unlike some people, we embrace that as a truth. And along with that truth, we expend a lot of energy talking to spirit. And we don't, I on my part, don't try to over define what's going on. But I will say something's going on and it's worthy of our pursuit. Lillian says, now I love your vids. Happy New Year. Hope you have a good year. Same to you, Lillian. And we've got a few other people here. Don't be ashamed to step up and say hello. In a little bit, I'm going to play a little bit of the Spirit Box session that I did trying to communicate. There was a lot of other stuff on there, but I think Betty White came through. We're going to find out. I want your opinion.
Did Catherine fall asleep? Where's she at?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. She knows she's got the link, and if she wants to join, she will join. She was going to do something special tonight, but I know she wasn't. She wasn't feeling very well, and so I don't know exactly what's going on, and I'm not going to answer for her. So I hope that maybe she's watching now, and she's certainly encouraged to join if she is watching. We do appreciate her being with us. At least I do. I don't know if Kevin does or not. He may not. You know how Kevin is. He's a judgmental type guy. So anyway, so what do you got?
William Shatner wig.
Hey, at least I've got one. You're scared to wear one.
I got my hair.
That's fine. His hair's getting pretty thin, and he got a big blank spot up there.
I know.
Yeah, go ahead, slick it back. You want some grease to go on that little patch of hair you got there. and Kevin don't like to admit this, but if you see him face to face in the sunlight, you'll recognize he got a lot of gray in that head too.
Oh, you're just a little up in here.
Yeah, everything's just a little. Everything's just a little except for his belly, and it's not too little. So, yeah, thanks for giving us a tour of all those dolls. Tell us about these 13 books and tell us about the 14th book on the way.
Well, since I can't,
that's fine.
Just share my stuff on there.
Just go buyhauntedolls.com. They can see all the books.
Buyhauntedolls.com. Go and shop there. And right behind the cameras, Crimson looking at you. She wants you to go buy her book, Crimson, the Blood Painting.
Crimson, the Bloody Painting.
My Haunted Collection and My Haunted Collection, The Dark Side. And there it is. And I got several supernatural novels out there. Haunts and Into the Vortex. What's the other one? Tammy Baby, Patty Doll. And then I've got the book about my haunted neighborhood I grew up in called The Legends of Indian Narrows. And then the one I'm working on now is a short story collection. Well, there's a couple of novellas in there because they went kind of long. But it's called Dark Awakening. And I finished, how many stories have I done now? 4? Let's see. Yeah, I've done 4. I'm working on the 5th one. See, there's 4 small stories in between 2 novellas in that book, and I'm 157 pages in. So I hope in the early half of the new year I'll have that thing done.
Get her done.
And
There
one of
is
them
my
is a story about a haunted collector like me.
There is the book that I have. It's on this subject. I've got over 20 books out there, but this one is the one that pertains to a subject matter at hand, dating the dead and spectrophilia. So, what's an interesting book? You can go to datingthedead.com and learn more about my book. I may even do some other edits on that because new stories keep popping up and popping and popping and popping. So we're going at 10:50. Gosh, we are late tonight. Were we ever up this late?
Nope.
Does everybody have a glass of champagne ready for the celebration?
I got the house wine of the South, a glass of tea.
Okay, I may have to break in a little while and go get at least a glass of wine or something and see about doing that. Does anybody actually want to listen to the spirit box session I recorded earlier? Is that of any interest? Any interest to anybody at all? I don't see anybody raising their hands out there.
Okay.
Me, Mr. Bill. This is going out on Facebook. We're live streaming on several places on Facebook. A lot of haunted doll and haunted groups on Facebook. This is going out to it, of course, on Abnormal Alabama. And it's getting also shared on YouTube, on this channel on YouTube, and also My Haunted Dolls, Kevin Kane, on YouTube. So you can catch this on many different places throughout the evening. It's hard for us to tell actually the true number of people that are watching our really big show tonight because the counter on screen doesn't capture it from all the different platforms we stream to. Take a minute as we close out, coming close to an hour and 9 minutes left in 2021. Kevin, tell us about your getting started in haunted dolls.
Oh, well, that's a story right there.
Now tell us a story.
Now,
I understand you're a storyteller.
now, see, I had already grown up in a haunted house, and that's a whole story on its own.
And you got a book on that, right?
And I got a book on that, Legends of Indian Narrows at myhauntedDolls.com. Bye. And so I was interested in ghosts. I loved ghost stories when I was a kid. And then as I grew up, I said, when I get old enough to drive my own butt around, I'm going to go to some of these haunted places that I've read about. And as soon as I got done with school and went through college, that's what I did. I started visiting places around Alabama, and then I went out of state and from South Carolina all the way to California to the Queen Mary. And meanwhile, back home, I also joined a paranormal team, Scare of Alabama. And about that time, when I got around my office at work, a lady I worked with, a friend of mine, said, I've got a haunted doll that I need to place with somebody because she was really sick and she was about to go off work on disability. And she said, I need a home somewhere. My daughter won't take it because she's scared of it. Now, when I first heard the words haunted doll, what's the first thing most people think of? Chucky running around with a knife, want to play? And so I thought, well, I don't want something like that in my house. And then the skeptical part came out. Oh, yeah, haunted doll. There's no such thing. There's nobody out there with a video of a doll running around like Chucky. And because that's the mindset I had. If it's a haunted doll, it must get up and murder people. But she said, no, this isn't a scary doll. It's just a porcelain doll, a little baby doll, but it had a story with it. She bought it in White Cloud, Michigan. She'd been all over the country before she got sick, she and her husband, and she would buy stuff at estate sales and anything she could get back home with her. But she bought this little doll at an estate sale, and I guess it belonged to a family member of the person selling it.
Just so you know, real quick, Kevin, we get a lot of messages that some of our viewers are in the Eastern time zone, and they are 8 minutes away from their New Year's.
So
we want to make sure we give a break to help them celebrate.
Okay. Well, I'm about to get to the part where so then I got to thinking, that would be cool to have an alleged haunted doll at home. The paranormal team would love it. And I'd heard about Annabelle and Robert the doll, and I thought, well, I could have my very own haunted doll. But I didn't think anything was going to happen. I thought it'd just be a good conversation piece. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and take it. Now, the lady I got it from, she was not a ghost person at all. But when she got that doll, she said she bought it and thought that the story was rubbish. The story was that a little girl owned it, a little 7-year-old girl who died, and that her little spirit was attached to that doll. Her name was Patty. So, but when my friend got it home, she said that not long after, her little granddaughter, little 4-year-old granddaughter, kept talking about the little girl in the doll room. And finally, my friend started hearing a little voice in that room and little footsteps. And sometimes she'd hear singing, and her granddaughter wasn't there at the time. So, and every time she'd go to investigate, she couldn't find anybody there. Or her daughter got scared of the doll. So, but she told me about it. I said, well, go ahead and bring it. I'll take it if you want me to. She said, yeah, I want it to be with somebody who I know will take care of it. So I get Patty, and that first day I took a picture of her on my bed, and there's a big, round, perfect shaped orb in the picture over her head. And it took about a week or so, but I started getting activity. I started feeling a little tug on my shirt, and I'd hear a little giggle, and I finally started doing EVPs, and it took several tries, but I finally got a little girl's voice saying righteous on my recording as I was talking. So that got me interested. So I started going online. I said, I need to find out more about, you hear about a few haunted dolls on TV, but I wonder how many of these are actually out there. So I started a Facebook page for Patty in case there were any prior owners that might come on there. But I also started researching, and I met some other collectors out there. And a few of them said, well, Patty might like a friend. I'm like, more haunted dolls? I've already got one. So, but I got addicted to it. I brought, another one in that was Andrea, and then more activity got started up. And then I saw an apparition, a full apparition of a little girl one night peeking in my bedroom door, and she disappeared. So bringing Andrea in with Patty, they started playing together, and I was hearing noises at night, pots and pans rattling, and that was it. My interest skyrocketed. And I learned that just because something is haunted, like a doll, doesn't mean it's evil. It's not going to stab you with a knife. It's not Chucky. But that's what got my interest going, and I got connected with other collectors, and a lot of them rehomed their stuff with me. And I've gotten stuff from my own investigations with my group, and people have shipped me things that, scared them. So now I've got 300, maybe 400 and something items alone in this house. I lost count a long time ago.
All right, they're 3 minutes away in their neck of the woods. Right there, let's see. Welcome, my Aunt Playful Rain. Lily is here, and more you need. My aunt has a lot and want to sell them. I don't know what she's talking about there. Dolls, I guess. I don't know.
I wish I could see the chat.
You can't. Oh, you're on your phone. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is whatever. I don't know. I would assume dolls. I don't know.
More you need. My aunt has a lot.
Yeah.
I get a lot of people. I got something to sell.
I got it. You got it. Okay. Let's see if I can do something here for these guys. Hold on a second. But I get something going. All right. So let's do this.
I got my cat asleep in my lap, but you can't see her down here.
All right. So we got 2 minutes. So I'm going to do a little share here, and we're going to enjoy from Times Square. And they're getting very close. So I'm going to share my screen. Screaming demon. So let's help these guys celebrate over there. How's that? How about that? Okay.
I hope someday
There's a few people out there.
A few. They should be starting to count down soon.
So this is the Eastern time zone, guys. And this is to help you celebrate. There we go. Look at that. He pushed it. So that means the ball is going to start dropping. There you go. 1 minute. $43. 40 seconds left in 2021, the Eastern time zone. The ball is dropping.
There's so much I gotta do.
Dropping. $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13.
Whoa, somebody's on the ground.
All right, there you go, folks. We got it live from New York. The Eastern time zone is now well into 1 minute into 2022. We're down to 59 minutes here in the Central time zone. Actually, 58 minutes now. Tick, 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 tick.
Huh.
Should I go ahead and do this Betty White thing or not?
Yeah, let's see it.
Does anybody want to do this?
Yeah.
Is this worth my time? Am I wasting my time? Or, you know? Listen carefully, folks. I did not record my voice. So it'll just be the static noise that you hear in these kind of sessions. Are you ready?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Terminally naive. She wasn't dumb. Just terminally naive. Top things. never take a you never it was a privilege to be allowed to work at that time. Here for trying to give it
Wow.
So there is my tribute spirit session for Betty White.
Wow.
Any comments?
I even thought I heard Rue McClanahan in there.
Who's that?
She played Blanche on Golden Girls, and
Oh, really?
Betty played Rose.
It was hard to make out. I mean, I could kind of hear the female voices, and a couple of times really sounded like Betty White.
Oh, I heard Betty talking a few times there.
Well, I know when she was on this side, she talked a whole lot.
I can say no.
That show was funny. I don't care. You know, you watch that show, it was hilarious. That
I
Golden
watched her
Girls.
on that, and Mama's Family before that, and Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yeah. And I mean, just, you know, and she hosted Saturday Night Live.
Mhm.
The oldest person that ever hosted Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah.
Something had to be wrong with you if you didn't like Betty White.
She was pioneer, TV pioneer. She was on when TV first came out.
Yeah. Well, I said good night, Betty, and of course, you're passing into an era. Of course, you're my age. You got to recognize that most people that I grew up with are gone. Okay, so she outlasted the majority of them. But I come from the day when I saw Elvis in concert. you know. Um, all these people. Well, okay, all right. Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, they're still here.
Yep.
But there's only one of the monkeys left, Mickey
Yeah.
Dolenz. So it is a sobering thing, but you have, I don't think we deal with death in a very mature way in our Western culture because, like I said, and I tell people this that I meet all the time. It's like, do you know the number one cause of death?
Birth.
Bingo. So, I mean, it's real. It's not a joke. It's just real. I worked in
Yep.
the funeral industry when I was going to university. I worked for a short time at Marshall Donnelly Combs Funeral Home up at Centennial Park in Nashville, Tennessee. And I dealt in the death industry. I also cleaned up at death scenes, murder scenes, and suicide scenes. There was a case there outside of one of the medical buildings at Baptist Hospital. A young couple had gone up to see his doctor, and whatever transpired coming down, I don't know, but they got down right in front of the building, and she pulled a gun out of her purse and blew his ass away. And so I was called, and me and my people had to scrape his brains off the sidewalk and off the front of the building. But so I was very up close and personal to death throughout my life. My father being a pastor in a small town, we dealt with dying and ill, and that was a constant. We went to more funerals than we did weddings, trust me. So it is a very real thing. And, if you had the opportunity to live, that's a good thing. Okay.
There's just too much violence in this world.
Yeah, look at him. He's probably got some poison in that plastic gun too. See there? He's suicidal. Somebody get this guy help. So again, 1111 right now, that's the magic number for money. So we're starting into 2022 with money. 1111 is the big number right now. Bingo, right on the screen.
Money.
Money, 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 money.
Money.
But we're celebrating the life of Betty White, and what we do actually in our paranormal stuff and our ghost stuff and our haunted doll stuff, we're celebrating life. We're celebrating the lives of people that once existed, and that's what we do. And no matter how you choose to look at it, the closer you are to somebody when they do pass, the bigger the void it is left in your life. And of course, you miss them and so forth. But keep in mind, you still have a big part of them in your life, always. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to go through these steps, but you balance that out with the fact that you know that they had a life and that you shared that life with them. Whether now on a personal level or in the entertainment field, you were touched by people you may have never met before. And that's not a bad thing either. But Betty White was just a really fun character of a person. Even her serious interviews, I don't know if she ever really played a serious role in her life, maybe when she was younger, but she was a heck of a comedian. And her whole approach to life, well, I would say this, that her diet consisted of a lot of hot dogs. So if you want to live long, eat hot dogs.
I eat them all the time.
Do you know what her favorite hot dog was? Was there a particular brand she went after?
I don't know. Oscar Mayer. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know if that made a difference, if it's just hot dogs or,
I don't know what they have in LA. I guess they have the same as we do.
Well, was it beef hot dogs or, the big one? I guess you can get Nathan's hot dogs is a big one.
You can get turkey hot dogs.
You get turkey. So let's see. She was hilarious in Lake Placid. Yeah, she was very entertaining. And to think that she started out like before you guys were born. Just get over yourselves, people. Just get over yourselves. This woman was making money and entertaining people before you were thought of. And you're going to be sad for her? She was sad for you for being such juvenile delinquents. So it's a life worth celebrating. That's the way I look at that. So you can go back and you can listen to that little that I did earlier today when I had a few minutes to do that. I recorded it, and I think that Kevin listened intently to it. I could look on his face, and he was like,
It's a demon Betty.
Demon Betty, yeah. So, and you guys, some of you guys are into dolls. So don't forget, you can get a Betty White doll. Or if you prefer, you can get a Betty White bobblehead. Okay, either one of those are available. We don't sell them, so I'm not trying to promote anything we're selling. But guess what we do sell? Books.
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 MyHaunted.com.
Datingthedead.com. Get our books. We have not. We're going into our 4th year of doing this Abnormal Alabama My Haunted Dolls show, and we have. I think we've maybe missed 2 nights in 3 years, and we have covered it ad nauseum. We've had dolls that came alive on our show. We've had other hauntings take place live on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? We have gone to a little child's, Nadine's grave, and in broad daylight got interesting stuff coming out of where there should be no noise, period. So we've had some experiences along the way. Did we do that in 2021?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was in
Nadine,
July.
why don't you pull that? You want me to pull it up, or you want to pull it up? I guess I better because you're.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have a share function.
Let me let me see if I can find Nadine. Me. Since we're doing a recap, should be able to pull it up pretty easy. Here we go. I got it. Pull it up here. I want to pause it so I can get it shared. So hold on, folks, and listen to this very carefully. This was one of our 2021 activities here at 11:17. We've got plenty of time to share this before we get into the new year. And let's do a little. No, why is this? Dang it, I froze. There we go. I froze for a second. Am I on screen now?
Yeah. Well, I don't see anything in the car. There it is.
That was definitely a knock.
He's over there, and we're the only other 2 here. That is a knock.
I tell because the sun's so
That's
bright
why-
out here.
That's why I try to keep my shadow over it for the most part, in case it lit up.
It's hard to tell out here in this sun.
Was that a knock?
Uh-huh. Where's Kelsey?
He's over there in the car.
That was definitely a knock.
He's over there, and we're the only other 2 here. That is a knock. And that's very rhythmic. I don't think that's the wind, do you think?
No.
Hi, Nadine. Is that you knocking at us? Let me kind of slide around. See if there's... Yeah, we're definitely hearing some. I don't hear it on this side. You still hear it?
Nadine? Is that you knocking?
People have even left coins out here for her to play with
The Hershey's Kisses.
There's a guitar pick in there.
All right. Well, at least we got some knocking. That was interesting.
That's good. We got some knocking over here.
Inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
Could
heard
you hear it real loud?
little hand knock.
Because I was over by the car drinking this and trying to
Yeah.
feel better.
All right, everybody. That's what I call a happy haunting. I'm looking.
It's hard to tell out here in this sign.
Was that a knock?
Uh-huh. Where's Kelsey?
He's over there in the car.
That was definitely a knock.
He's over there, and we're the only other two here. That is a knock. And that's very rhythmic. I don't think that's the wind, do you think?
Nope.
Hi, Nadine. Is that you knocking at us?
It's hard to tell out here in this sign.
Was that a knock?
Uh-huh. Where's Kelsey?
He's over there in the car.
That was definitely a knock.
He's over there, and we're the only other two here. That is a knock. And that's very rhythmic. I don't think that's the wind, do you think?
Nope.
Hi, Nadine. Is that you knocking at us?
So there you go, folks. This was in our 2021. Nadine. Did we do any other activity this year?
I think that was the
big one, wasn't it?
that was the big. I don't think we had anything else.
Yeah. We didn't get
Stuff
out a
like
whole
that.
lot this year. There's a lot of other things going on, and but that was phenomenal. Broad daylight, just to show you that it does not have to be dark. It doesn't have to be spooky
Nope.
for the spirits to communicate. So keep that in mind. You don't have to set the stage and turn out the lights. Shh, yeah, you don't have to do all that. So I tell you what, we've got a big fan here. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh,
So Lillian is now a big fan. Does that mean that Kevin needs to send you an 8x10 glossy autographed photograph? Maybe we should have a drawing sometime, or some kind of special of how should we do this?
I ain't that big of a deal.
Oh, you are. You are the Betty White of haunted dolls.
Well, back in Haunted Dollville,
Hey, I know Kevin's not dead yet, but just for rehearsal, let's do a spirit box session and see if we've talked to Kevin. We'll play like he's dead, okay?
well, Kelsey.
Mercy me, what a life. Okay, we've got 37 minutes left.
37.
So what can you entertain us with? I've done my part, and what's your part for tonight?
Well, I could tell a story.
Well, why don't you tell a story? I'm going to take a little quick break, and I'm going to be right back.
Okay. Now it's my turn. Ooh, I got the ghost space going on. Ooh, I'm going to bring this up on my tablet. So bear with me because this Amazon Fire, it's not really on fire. But I have a kind of a fun story here you might like. It's called Tailypo. And I think this has been a kind of a campfire story. It's been around. I haven't heard it a lot, but maybe you have. there was an old man who lived alone in the middle of the forest. He must have been 60 years old if he was a day, but nobody knew his real name. Most folks just called him Old Jake. He had 3 loyal hunting dogs that kept him company on the long, lonely nights. Their names were I Know, You Know, and Calico. He lived in an old cabin he had built by himself, way back in the deep, dark woods. It wasn't very big, but it was just enough for him and the dogs. The cabin only had 1 room in it, and that was his bedroom, his living room, his dining room, and his kitchen, too. At one end of the room, there was a nice big open fireplace where he could cook his supper and warm his bones on the cold winter night. Old Jake loved hunting, fishing, and the great outdoors. He had a little garden where he planted vegetables, and he would go out every day to hunt for rabbits and fish. During the warm months, there was more than enough food to go around, but in the colder months, it was hard to keep his belly full. One cold winter night, the old man's stomach was grumbling, but there was nothing to eat in the cupboards but a few moldy potatoes. He stoked the fire in the fireplace to keep the cabin warm, and he went to bed. He was about to fall asleep when he heard something in the room. He opened his eyes just in time to see a shadow creeping across the wall. When he sat up in bed and peered into the darkness, his eyes grew wide in terror. Sitting across the room from him was the weirdest looking creature he had ever seen. It was short and stubby, with pointed ears and bright yellow eyes that seemed to burn with some strange fire. Its body was covered in black fur, and it had big sharp claws and a long, thick tail. For a moment, Jake just sat there frozen in fear. He stared at the hideous creature, and it stared back at him. Then, quick as a flash, he grabbed his hunting knife and lunged at the thing. It sprang up and scurried out the hole that it clawed in the cabin wall. The thing was fast, but so was Jake. A split second before it escaped, he brought his knife down squarely on its big tail and cut it off. The creature let out a horrible screech and disappeared into the night. Old Jake was left standing there with a long, thick tail in one hand and a bloody knife in the other. Jake was about to throw the tail outside when his stomach started rumbling again. He was famished with hunger, so he took the tail, cleaned it, cooked it, and ate it for his supper. It tasted a bit strange, but there was a lot of it and it was very chewy. In fact, it kind of tasted like chicken. With his stomach full, old Jake plugged up the hole in the cabin wall with some old rags and newspapers. Then he got back into bed and drifted off to sleep. He had not been asleep very long before he was awakened by a strange noise. It sounded like something trying to scratch its way into the cabin. The old man thought that if he stayed really quiet, the thing might go away. He could hear it scratch, scratch, scratch. But then a strange voice hissed, "Taily-po, Taily-po, I want my Taily-po." The old man thought he must be imagining things, but then he heard it again. "Taily-po, Taily-po, I want my Taily-po." Old Jake jumped out of bed, ran to the front door, and threw it open. He called out to his dogs, "I know, you know, Calico, get over here." The dogs came tearing up to the cabin and ran around barking and sniffing and snarling, but they could not find a thing. Jake shrugged his shoulders and went back to bed again. He was just about to drift off to sleep when he heard the noise again. This time, the scratching sounded like it was at the window. Whatever it really wanted to get in. But the scratching seemed to be on two walls at one time. Then he heard the strange voice again, and this time it hissed a little louder. Taily-po! Taily-po! I want my taily-po! Old Jake, who wasn't one to frighten easily, was getting a little shaky. This was getting really weird. So he eased to the window and called, I know, you know, Comico, Calico, come on over here and see what this scratching is in my house. The three dogs bounded up to the porch and they sniffed around and barked and sniffed, but they never found anything at all. Jake decided to stay up the rest of the night to protect himself, his dogs, and his little cabin. So he pulled a chair next to the fireplace, grabbed a blanket from his bed, and settled in for the rest of the wind-chilled, wintry night. Sleep soon overtook him, and once again he dozed off. It was almost dawn when Jake woke with a start. The sound of scratching seemed to reverberate from every area of the cabin. Jake searched frantically for his axe, his rifle, or something to defend himself with, but he was so frightened he could not find anything. The scratching grew louder and louder. Taily-po, Taily-po, give me back my Taily-po. Jake yelled back, leave me alone. I ain't got your Taily-po. Then he called his dogs, but this time the dogs did not come. He waited and waited, but still not one dog came running. Jake had never been so scared in his life. He ran to his bed and jumped in. The scratching and the voice grew louder and louder. Taily-po, Taily-po, give me back my Taily-po. Jake yelled back as loud as he could, I ain't got no Taily-po, so why don't you leave me alone and go on about your business? I ain't never hurt nobody or nothing. Just leave me alone. The scratching seemed to be inside the house now, and the voice was so loud it was deafening. Taily-po, Taily-po, you took my Taily-po. Now I'm back to get it. Give it to me now. Jake pulled the cover up over his head and stayed as quiet as he could, but the scratching was now in his room. Taily-po, Taily-po, you better give me back my Taily-po. Jake then felt the thing scratching up the bottom of the bed and onto the cover. Jake eased the cover down to see what was steadily approaching, and then he saw it. A short, stubby creature with pointed ears, fat feet, long claws, and bloodshot red eyes that glowed in the dark. Eyes that seemed to burn straight through Jake. Before he could pull the cover over his head again, the thing pounced on his chest, looked straight into his eyes, up and down, and said, You got my Taily-po. You better give it back to me now. Jake yelled, I ate it. I ate your Taily-po. It's gone. And that thing started to scratch, claw, and tear away at poor old Jake, trying to get that Taily-po back. Jake tried to fight back, but that thing was too strong, and those claws were too sharp. Jake's screams echoed throughout the dark mountains, then stopped, leaving a chilling silence. After a month or two, without hearing from old Jake, the townspeople got worried and came looking for him. They hiked up the mountain through the forest, but when they reached his cabin, they found it had been torn to shreds. There was no sign of Jake or the dogs. They searched the woods and called out to them, Jake, I know, you know, Calico, but there was no answer. Old Jake and his dogs were never seen again. The townspeople there say that if you are all alone out there at night and you listen carefully, you can hear a strange voice calling on the wind. Taily-po, Taily-po, now I've got my Taily-po.
Yeah, Taily Po. Well, she don't want to be on here, I guess. She keep.
I'm
There she
trying.
is.
I was trying to add myself, and you kicked.
Oh, okay.
You got kicked me, and all the blah blah blah. Anyway, that story right there, I will tell you a story about that story. That was the very first scary story I ever remember hearing.
Oh,
How do you
wow.
spell Taily Po?
But it was Taily Bone instead of Taily Pole.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this one was Taily-po, Taily-bone.
Taily Po, Taily
Like
Po.
it was like it's a tailbone of an animal or something.
Yeah.
But that was the very first scary story I ever heard as a child.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want to share something real quick. We still got 25 minutes, but this is what we do in Mobile, Alabama. This is, why is this? Okay, there we go. So watch this, it's very short. And as we gear up for 2022 here in Alabama, this is what we do. Where is it? Right here. Do you see this?
Yep. Mm.
Okay, folks, just a preview. That wasn't, of course, it's not midnight here yet, but we don't do a ball drop in Alabama. We do a moon pie drop. Would one of you two or both of you like to share with everybody what a moon pie is and what connection it has to RC colas?
I know I guess it's best described as like a big round cookie cake that's covered with an icing. And they got the banana flavor, they got the chocolate. I
There's
can't remember.
There's nothing like it's got marshmallow in the middle, and
Marshmallow.
it's a chocolate cake, and it's covered in chocolate, like dipped in chocolate,
Yeah, it's big.
like
It's
chocolate coating.
big.
Oh
Well,
gosh, I want one so bad right now. I could stand it.
I mean, it's amazing. I just looked up and I'm going to share the history. I'm going to read the history. The moon pie is a sweet southern snack that originated back in 1917, made from 2 graham crackers with marshmallow filling and chocolate coating. Now, I don't know why we do this in Mobile because moon pies are produced by Chattanooga Bakery in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The moon pie supposedly got its name from a Kentucky coal miner. A traveling salesman by the name of Earl Mitchell asked some coal miners if they'd like a snack while taking a break. And one of the miners asked for a snack with graham cracker and marshmallow, requesting one as big as a moon pie, as the moon, which is what inspired the name of the moon pie. Let's continue on getting up to date here. At the time, Chattanooga Bakery was producing over 100 items, but moon pies were flying off the shelves. By 1929, factory workers were boxing up hundreds every day. Moon pies even became a comfort food for servicemen and women during World War II. Care packages sent to those serving were often filled with the chocolatey creation. Many parents of that era considered moon pies to be the perfect snack for their children. Amen. With many who are now grown still relishing the memories of the moon pie, such as Catherine. She's relishing it now. By the 1970s, the moon pie brand was expanding enough to offer additional sizes. Have you ever had a double-decker deluxe?
Oh yeah.
You know I have.
Or what about? And they also have flavors vanilla and banana. You ever had a banana moon pie?
Yeah.
Yes, and I do not like them as much as I do the chocolate ones.
Oh, they have their chocolate ones too. So today, moon pies come in several different sizes and flavors, and among them are salted caramel, strawberry, lemon, and orange, which are only available during Mardi Gras. Mini moon pies. Have you had the little minis?
Nope.
Just the full size ones?
I just
I've,
like the big ones.
I have had them in all shapes and sizes.
I got the big.
And there's also coconut moon pies.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes,
And,
those are good too.
and then the moon pie crunch can be enjoyed in peanut butter or mint.
Oh, I haven't had those. Oh, I got to try those. We got to find those.
Peanut butter.
Chattanooga Bakery currently produces about 1 million moon pies a day. So I'm sorry, Catherine, you're not alone in eating moon pies. The moon pie became so popular there is an annual, did you know there's an annual RC Moon Pie Festival
I've heard of that. I haven't
held
been
in
to.
Bell Buckle, Tennessee every year? It's not completely clear why the moon pie and RC cola are often paired together, but it's a Southern combination that many enjoy. The festival is held on the third Saturday of June. If you want to schedule that for next year, we'll go and film it. How's that? And is a family, and hey, I know Catherine will go because she likes moon pies. And is a it's family friendly, so don't curse there, Kevin. Please contain yourself. Event that started in 1994 as a way to bring more visitors to Bell Buckle by celebrating the 75th anniversary of the moon pie. The Bell Buckle Chamber of Commerce worked with Chattanooga Bakery to throw the moon pie a birthday party, and things took off. So one more little paragraph. Downtown Bell Buckle brings people together at the RC Moon Pie Festival with moon pie games, music and entertainment, cloggers, contests, and more for a jam-packed day of fun. The day begins with the RC Moon Pie 10-mile run. Boy, I tell you what, if you eat enough moon pies, you probably should run 10 miles, which kicks off the festivities. A parade, the Moon Pie Parade, where the king and queen of moon pies are crowned. Go figure. There's also the cutting of the world's largest moon pie. Okay, we got to check this out, really. Really got to check this out.
Do you know why Alabama has the moon pie drop?
That's what I was hoping to find out, but are you going to enlighten us?
If I'm not mistaken, it has something to do with Mardi Gras. And the moon pie with Mardi Gras, if I'm not mistaken, look it up. Because, you know, we use the Mobile's where Mardi Gras started, and we throw moon pies at Mardi Gras. So I'm assuming that's why we have the moon pie. If I remember correctly, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Well, I want to know. We've got about 18 minutes left in 2021 here, and I'm looking for somebody that's going to live stream this thing. I mean, I just can't believe that nobody's going to live stream. I hadn't found one up yet, but we're getting close enough. Somebody's like, should we do this? I want to do this. But anyway, there's a little history of the moon pie. And anybody got anything else to add in the last few minutes? If there's something you want to say in 2021, you've got about 17 minutes to say it, or else it ain't going to happen.
I'm just glad it's over.
You're glad to get it behind you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad this year's over. I mean, damn, it took my Betty White today. I mean, geez.
Oh yeah, but we're celebrating her life because she lived a long and a very, very, very fruitful life. So she would not want you. She would not want you to be mourning right now. She'd want to be saying, "Hey." In fact, I shared this a while ago. I'll share it again. But this is exactly what Betty White would be doing right now, just to make a point right here.
Yeah, she would be.
She would say, "Hey, I got out of there before it got worse."
Oh yeah. I'm working on a psychomantium for her. Just for
That's
her.
it. Well, we had a good spirit box session, and I played mine, and then Kevin, you'll see us in a different background tonight. Did you notice that?
I did notice that. I could not get my camera to work. I tried, guys. I've been fussing with it for about the last hour.
Well, you know the old saying, better late than never.
And
And we were
I,
just exceedingly pleased that you showed up before because we wanted to really see you in 2021.
yeah, y'all might see me in 2022. I might look different. I might go get a haircut.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I got hair. I thought I was gonna. Oh, you know what? Okay, we got about 16 minutes. Y'all get something going because I am gonna get me a little glass of wine here.
Facebook's got a couple of people streaming.
Oh, okay. Help me find it. Help me find it. Facebook.
You know what? I don't have any wine. I don't have any champagne. But I do have a 99. I think a vodka that I think I might
There you go.
toast
There you
with
go.
tonight.
You gotta do a toast.
I've got the house wine of the South, iced tea.
I was gonna say, but the closest thing to me is a little unsweet tea. So if y'all be okay with that, I'll cheers y'all to that.
Kevin, send me the link, would you?
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Moon Live. No, that's Moon Live. Moon Pie.
What we got watching tonight? Playful Rain here still?
And Playful Rain's niece, is that it? Lily?
Yeah, it was her niece.
First time.
Hello, Lillian.
Okay.
No cuss word, Kevin.
share me the link, Kevin, for the live stream.
Okay, it's a guy on his phone.
I found it. WKRG's doing it right here.
Okay. You found it?
Yeah. So y'all talk. We got 15 minutes. I'm not going to start it this early. We'll do it the last couple of minutes or 3 minutes or whatever leading into it as we go into 2022. Thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to turn this over to the other two of this three-way partnership, and I'm going to go get me a glass of wine so that I can toast.
Oh, he said a three-way.
He's going to get drunk for the new year.
Three-way.
So Kevin, what is your New Year's? What are you gonna do in the new year?
See, I don't ever make resolutions because one time I did in 2010. I resolved to lose weight, and I did that year, but then it came back a few years later. But I don't ever make resolutions. I'm just gonna see what happens.
I think I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do either. I know that I'm going to make it a happy year because these last 3 years have been really rough. So I think we're going to have a good year this year.
I'm just sick of hearing about COVID.
I'm so sick and tired of COVID. I'm so sick and tired of COVID. I do want to wish somebody a happy birthday. They're no longer with us here on Earth, but I do want to wish my boy Anthony a very, very happy 19th birthday today. He left us back in 2020. And today is his birthday. And I know he's with us here in spirit because I still feel him around us, and he still pulls little pranks on his Aunt Catherine, and he needs to stop sometimes. Little shit. But
I'll see you cuss, man.
Yeah. I'm just calling it like it is. But 2022 is going to be a good year. It's got to be a good year.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year.
It's going to be a good year.
It's going to be good. My cat just took off. She's been in my lap the past 30 minutes.
I've got Juliet at my back. Raleigh RJ. Raleigh Jr. We call him RJ. He's over here whining, and then Lakota's under the bed, and Oreo was at my feet, but I don't know where she went. RJ's about to jump up on the bed with me now because he's realized that I'm the only one at the house, and I'm his favorite unless they leave.
Oh.
And he cries whenever anybody leaves. He cries, but for a little while, even when I leave, he cries. But we all know who the favorite is in this house. It's me.
There's the haunted doll baby back there. Let's see. Well, I can't get my camera. There we go. There he is back there. There he is.
I see him. I see him. I came across a couple of Shirley Temples that I started to get yesterday.
Oh, I've got a Shirley Temple over here. You can see her through the case down here.
Ah, she's a big Shirley Temple.
Yeah, she's a big one.
Yeah, I started to pick up a couple of them.
Shirley's got a temple.
Shirley's got a temple.
Do you
Is she-
worship in the temple of Shirley?
She's dead now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Most
she
people,
died last year.
you gotta understand that most people I grew up with are already dead.
Yeah, we've lost all the Golden Girls now.
And the Golden Guys too. Except for Keith Richards.
Well, Golden Girls is like
Do you
my
have your
most favorite show.
do you have your cup ready?
Hey, Kelsey, do you have your phone sitting beside you? Call my cell phone real quick. I want y'all to hear what my ringtone has been for years. Y'all are not gonna believe this.
Oh, for me, yeah.
From everybody, anybody that calls my phone.
You used to have a special one. Okay.
I used to have a special one for you, but yeah. That's my ringtone. It's been my ringtone forever. I am a Golden Girls junkie. And if I had to choose which Golden Girl I was, which one would you choose for me to think I would be?
Rose?
No,
actually not Rose.
Sophia?
Nope.
Dorothy?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, a couple of things I don't know if she knows that we've talked about earlier in the show. Two things about Betty White. Her favorite food item. Do you know what that was?
Hot dogs.
That's it. You got it. So, what was her favorite hobby?
I don't know what her favorite hobby was, but I know she loved animals.
Yeah. Well, guess what she loved more than animals?
What was that?
Oh, I know.
Men. She said men don't know it, but they're my hobby.
Me. I didn't. I liked Betty White, but Dorothy was my favorite for some reason. I don't know. I just connected with Dorothy.
Well, whatever you are in life, if you watch that show, you were going to laugh. I mean, there's just no way you weren't. And those old ladies could be sarcastic. I thought I was quick-witted, but they were a very entertaining group. So they're all now together on the other side. The Golden Girls are now the Angel Girls. How's that? We should have a reunion show called the Golden Angel Girls.
Well, you know what? Instead of just doing the Psychomantium that was gonna create for Betty, why don't we do one for the whole Golden Girls?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That way you can contact them all.
Maybe B. Arthur will come through and go, Ma.
We got 8 minutes to go here in 2021, folks. We already joined them in the New York, Manhattan dropping of the ball for their New Year's celebration almost an hour ago. And then we're gonna do the moon pie. To heck with balls when you got a moon pie. Who needs a freaking ball when you got a moon pie?
That's right.
Hey, you got to be insane. You be insane to yeah. Did you know you can even get moon pie T-shirts and hoodies and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We need to go. I want to try one of those darn chocolate chip mint ones, and that crunchy one.
Yeah.
And peanut butter one.
There's a lot of. Well, I think that we should put on our calendar. And was it June of next year, folks?
Yeah. Well, June of 2022.
Yeah, it's not 22 yet, so it's still next year.
Making me hungry, Kevin.
There you go.
Guess what I'm going to have for breakfast?
That's what I was about. Yeah, he's got a moon pie there.
I'm going to go get me a moon pie tomorrow.
They got to get an RC Cola. Now, I don't know where else you can get them, but
sodas.
You can still get an RC Cola at Publix. I know that. So I may just go do that tomorrow. There you go, folks.
The banana.
I've had the banana moon pie. I'm I'm personally partial to the original moon pie,
Yeah, the vanilla is good.
and I have a good connection with moon pies that nobody wants to talk about, and they were a combination of two what?
Graham cracker.
Graham
Graham
crackers.
cracker.
And yeah, so that's
I
me.
thought it was cookie.
Graham crackers.
They're good. You know, it's kind of like a s'mores, but
I
it's
was
not
gonna
hot.
say s'mores.
So you gotta remember, folks, that when I was young, I started out it was graham crackers, and then I became graham cracker crumbs.
No, you became a s'more.
S'more. You know, all my life, and I've been camping and all of this stuff. I never s'mores. I never heard of until the last few years. S'mores? What the hell?
What?
What's a freaking never call? It's like we roast fucking marshmallows. We don't s'more. Are you freaking kidding me?
I had
Have
the
you
chocolate
never
and the
heard of
graham cracker.
s'more? You don't know what you're missing.
I know I did the same thing. You don't know what you're doing.
S'more.
Now I was trying to see where we were on this live stream.
Oh, it's 4 minutes.
Yeah, let's go on over here and let's join them in Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile.
And let's see, share.
Mobile.
Share the tab and Facebook Live. I think that's it right there. So let's go there and share it. And then let's see if I can get this huge screen. And I need to get us some sound. Where's sound?
Ooh, somebody's camera is work is awful.
There's no sound. What did you do with the sound?
I don't know. Did you share the sound?
Yeah. I mean, hold on. Maybe I didn't. let me start over. Sorry.
Gotta share that audio.
Okay, let me just start all over here since I'm screwing up this. Okay, so let's share and share screen and share system audio. But no, I don't hear it at my headphones. I should hear it.
Well, I guess
No,
they don't have their sound on.
no. Let me see if I can find a better stream. We'll start over here. I'm glad I did this early then, huh?
Yeah.
Because I know more than one person's doing this. That's a poor camera person anyway, right?
Yeah, it is.
My goal for 2022 is to go to Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Come
That
on.
Ooh.
I've always wanted to go to the parade, and that's my most favorite thing in every year is to watch the parade. I get up every morning and watch it, and I tape it, and then I watch it again. I don't know why. I like the big balloons.
Well, I guess we're gonna watch this one. They don't have their sound going, but that's the one we're gonna watch, so you can get an idea what's going on.
At least
There.
we can see it.
The moon pie drop. We got 3 minutes here, and we're gonna go here, and we're gonna get that, and then I've got that check share tab audio, and we're going to share it, and then we're going to do a full screen there. So, what's happening there? There is the moon pie that's going to drop for the countdown, and it starts in 2 minutes from now. I think it starts 1 minute down, and it's 11:57. So we go through 11:58. At 11:59, the moon pie would start dropping, and God, they're going to drive you crazy with that, aren't they?
Yes.
Why can't people ever hold their phones still when they're filming?
I'm just disappointed that nobody's. Where's my tab? What happened to the sound? When I originally found it, there was sound. You hear me, right?
Yeah. They were down to a minute, aren't we?
Has it started yet? No, we're still not into 11:59 yet. We're still at 11:58.
Oh, okay.
I don't see it streamed on YouTube. So I guess we're just going to have to watch it. You're not going to hear the celebration. I don't know what happened to the sound, because I did share the sound. It's not, but even if I didn't share it, I would hear it because I got my headphones on. It would be coming over my computer regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless. So I don't know what happened there. No sound. It says recorded live. Watch live. Huh. So now we're down and the moon pie has not started. I don't know if this is live really or not. Because it should be dropping right now. Because it is 11:59. It's not started dropping there. I think this is pre-recorded. I don't think this is live. Which one did you find, Kevin?
I just went on Facebook and
Well,
put in.
it has not dropped. It's now midnight here in town. So anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. There's so much for the moon pie drop. I can't believe it was not filmed live. So
I can't find it live anywhere either.
yeah, so I don't
But Happy
understand
New
that.
Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Okay, kisses to everybody.
Oh, show it. They're cheering away. I hear them.
Fireworks are going off here now. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Lillian. Yay. It's a new year. No more 2021.
All right. Well, we've been at it for 2 hours. We worked our way into a new year. I want to remind everybody that Tuesday night, we will be back. Tuesday night, right here. And we're going to talk about, well, Kevin's got to come up with something. God, that is loud. Oh, that's me.
Oh, there it goes. It's going down there.
Oh, that was me. Okay, that's that recorded one. Okay, I got rid of that crap. I thought that was you. Okay, everybody, I'm going to sign off here. I'm very tired, but I want to stay up this late. I have had a very busy 3 days, so I need to get some rest.
Me
I
too.
will talk to you guys tomorrow, or
Okay.
we'll have a good start of 2022. And Tuesday night, be thinking about what we're going to talk about Tuesday night. Join us 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Join us live. Abnormal Alabama, myhaunted dogs.com. Take care of your dogs, will you?